What's going on, everybody? It's Carlos here from PremierReviewer. This video is going to be about some camera accessories that I've been using for quite some time. Some more recently than others, but either way, this is just some of my favorite gear that I've been able to use. A lot of it's pretty simple, like this, but nonetheless, I think there's some good little nuggets in here for you guys. So, stay tuned. So like I said, I have a few things that I want to get to, and we'll just start off with this little bad boy. So this is something very handy. You can do multiple things with this, like hook up a light to the top because it has a 1/4-20. This hooks up via shoe mount, and it also has a, looks like a 1/4-20 thread, or even 3/8, I'm not sure exactly, but I think it's 1/4-20 right on the bottom of it, and it does an amazing job because it's built out of really good materials. The ball head on it is really strong, and you can make some adjustments with this little thing, tighten things up. I use this a lot on a lot of my like monitors or lights right now that I have. So this was used a lot in the last few months. To move from that to the next thing would be actually, so Armando and Carlos happened to make a video that they released today that watched, and they are right about this product. Now, the first time I ever saw it was on Griffin Hammond's channel. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll leave a link to his channel down below, but he really showed off the versatility of that little clamp. Now, the funny thing is, I use it for multiple situations just like they do, and one of them being I use it next to my desk, one for my GoPro to get some GoPro angles, and two, I use it as a headphone like stand where I just mount my headphones there. It's perfect for that. A lot of times I have my GoPro still on there, so it's big enough to take care of those two things. Plus you can actually put a full-size DSLR. It's rated up to 7 pounds. I haven't put that to the test, but I have put my mirrorless A7R II on it, and it's worked out really nice. So besides using that, my new favorite gadget is this newer, and that's the name of the brand. Now this is a 2-in-1 because I've had the actual arm. I didn't utilize it a lot actually, but I started utilizing when I got the actual like claw grip that goes tied to it, which I have two. I ended up buying two of them. I bought a claw grip and then an extra monitor arm, and I've used it with my monitor arms, and even right now it's in use, and it works out fantastic. I actually, one of the best features I was able to do is I'm big into cable management, and I was able to take my C920 webcam and mount it on that, put it onto my actual monitor mount and clamp it on there, and it just works out perfect. So when I need to get it to elevate a little higher or lower, I can make some adjustments, and it takes out the wires. No longer do I need it to be connected to a mini tripod or whatnot. And it's just one of the best investments I made. And this is something that I just did recently. Is the big part of having that monitor arm is having that claw to it, which is able to get some really nice, cool places. It's much like the other little grip where you can put it in funky little places and it works out really good. So it's really nice for those kind of things. I have it on my tripod connected to my Shogun, and it works out great. I don't feel like it's gonna drop at any moment. It really does a good job. I also have, speaking of tripods, I have two tripods that I've used. A lot of people always ask me when they see them in some of my videos. One of them being the Coleman tripod, which I've originally seen in Dave Dugdale's video many years ago, maybe like 3 years ago already, and I use it every day. I use it on cameras. A lot of times I use it with sliding motions. So there's times when I'm not even using a slider, I use that on top of my desk, and it gets just as smooth slider shots as using a slider. Also, I've used that with my H4n Pro. Just many variations of how you use it, but the most I've used it with is actually when I'm vlogging. When I had it on my GoPro, it was my pistol grip, and you can change it with the ball head. Again, it's one of my favorite tools. I'm actually gonna pick up another one just because it's so good. But that leads me on to everyone's favorite. Everyone knows, especially if you're a vlogger, is the Joby Gorillapod, the medium-sized one. Yes, there's a $100 one, but I don't have a full-size DSLR to need to mount it. This one works just great, and I've been using it recently with some of my vlogs. I'll leave links to those down below. But it's just a really good tool. The legs really are firm, so you're able to adjust them in funky little areas and just be able to mount them in different situations. You can get some nice height, especially when you're doing any kind of vlogging. You can put it in really good situations to get some really cool angles. So that is about it. Those are some of the products that I have. If I missed anything, I'll let you guys know in the description, but for the most part, that is one of my favorite. Those are some of my favorite tools that I use on a day-to-day basis when I'm producing any kind of video here on YouTube. And those are things that I've come to really appreciate in helping me produce my videos. So guys, if you have anything, let me know in the comments down below that you use on a regular basis. I always like to find out about new products. I enjoyed the video that Carlos and Armando did, so I'll leave a link to that down below. I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but for those who haven't, they did an excellent job talking about some of their accessories as well. So guys, thank you for tuning in. And like I always say, until next time, I'll see you around.